I'm Cavin Elizabeth, a wedding photographer based in San Diego. Today's topic is going to be about why you should not micromanage your vendors. I've talked about before how important it is that you trust the experts that you hire to do their job. Now, it's one thing to give input or feedback on the things they're presenting to you, or ask questions, or make some requests. But it is another thing to constantly be second guessing their advice, their professional advice, okay? So what happens when a bride or a groom starts micromanaging? So let's say I have recommended some amazing personalized engagement session locations. Well, they might say they like them. Then they come back, they say, oh, well, this little thing here, this little thing here. And I'm thinking, what? Like, these are amazing spots that I'm recommending to them. And I see how a photographer sees, whereas a bride probably does not see things. They might be looking at things that I think won't really even be good on camera. So it's something like that. Or it's something where if the planner is trying to work through the timeline and they're saying, hey, this is going to be really good to put this here, really good to put this here. I don't think we can put this here, so let's move it here. And then you going in, who are not an expert, who have not planned a bunch of weddings, saying, oh no, we need to do this, 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 and this. And your planner saying, well, if we do those things, all of these things are going to go wrong, or this is going to happen. That's not really going to be good. And it's sort of the situation where if you're keeping on micromanaging them, you might as well have just hired yourself to do it all. What's the point of having hired professional vendors if you just start being too controlling and you say, no, let's do this, this, and this, and the vendor has said, all right, well, I can't force you to do the things that I am professionally recommending. We can just do your things. If you're going to micromanage, know that the things might not turn out well because they know best. They have done this probably dozens to hundreds of times. They know exactly what is going to be better for you. And if you start questioning them, second guessing them, and changing things up by being too micromanaging, you might end up doing yourself a huge disservice. It could end up being really bad for your wedding day, and the only person to blame at that point is you, because these vendors have probably covered their own butts and said, okay, we can do that, just know that X, Y, and Z might happen, and that's it. So for example, if I ever had a couple say, oh, we want to have these light, bright, and airy photos, but we want to go shoot our engagement session in a cave. And I'm like, it's not really going to work. A cave is not going to be light, bright, and airy. You're not going to get the look you're going for. I think we should go over here to the cliff side of the ocean. That's going to exactly nail what you're looking for. No, 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 we just want to do the cave. All right, well, just know that the cave is going to be quite dark. It's going to be noisy. It's going to be not at all light, bright, and airy because all the backgrounds are dark. The light is very dark. And if you're okay with that, great. Because the last thing I want is to not have told them what's going to happen and they come back at the end and they're like, why aren't our cave photos light, bright, and airy? Well, here's why. Here's in this specific email why. So it's something like that where you have to listen to the experts, and if you choose to micromanage and not go with what they're saying, prepare your expectations accordingly. You cannot have it all in some situations, so it's just good to notice that you need to have your expectations in the right place. And I would just say that the couples who get the best work from most vendors, the couples who really get that beautiful work that they hired the vendor for in the first place, those are the couples who say, do whatever, or whatever you say, we're gonna do it, or they just give a little bit of input and feedback. Those are not the couples taking over and doing it themselves. I once saw a fun graphic that was outside of a design studio that listed a bunch of prices for services for graphic design. And the first one was a pretty low cost, and it said, you just give me inspiration and I do whatever I want. And the second one was a higher cost, and it was like a little bit more control from the couple. And then their highest cost was, oh, you just do it all for yourself. So it's sort of a great metaphor for this in that, you're hiring these people for a reason, so it's not good to micromanage them. Micromanaging can hurt you. It can kind of wreck certain plans of the day. It's hard not to be controlling if you are typically a person who is in charge, But I would say just you gotta let go a little bit. You have to understand that you hired these people for a reason, and you have to know that by trusting them, that they are going to provide you with work that is just as beautiful as the reason you hired them for. So keep that in mind. Please try not to micromanage. Again, this is not the same thing as giving a little feedback, making a request, asking for some changes. This is sort of like you just trying to do their job for them, and they might as well not even be there. It is that level of controlling and micromanaging that I'm talking about, and it's just really dangerous. And at that point, you know, just hire yourself, do it all yourself, and take on all the stress yourself if you're going to do that. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video enjoyable. If you did, please be sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!